an important, like the main energy source is kidney. It's like the source energy. So it's Baddha Konasana, but without the use of muscles. Easy legs, whatever that is for you, and relaxed muscles. Yin butterfly, so we just soften and soften forward. And let yourself be quiet and still. And even if that might challenge you, if you stayed here a long time, it probably feels pretty welcome at this point in the day. Just a little pause. Connect with your breathing. Feel a little gentle releasing at the back of your hips and your spine. Once you have arrived in that position, you might just explore if you can gently go forward a bit more. If that feels good. And your hands can really rest wherever, however. Breath is steady. Beginning our pranayama for our practice. Ujjayi, U-J-J-A-I, Ujjayi, victorious breathing, even waves with sound through the nose. It can be very gentle at times, it can be very strong at times. Just gentle now. Take about 3 more breaths. Everything's relaxed. Notice an exhale, finish. And slowly come up and release. Take your legs out straight, just easy width. And let's lean back into the hands for heart lifting pose. Fingers forward. Hugging your elbows towards your sides. Bend your elbows and just let your legs release open, release out. Maybe a little foot movement. Wiggle and stretch your toes. Ankles side to side. Feel how hips connect with feet. And then be still, enjoy the heart lift for a nice breath. Exhale, navel towards the spine and fold yourself into easy pose. So now we're having engagement of our core muscles so that we may sit tall. Observe how you sit. Try to release your knees downward towards the earth. Supporting under the knees is always an option. Or supporting under the hips so you're tall. Rest your hands on your legs, close your eyes. And breathe as if your whole body breathes. Think about your central channel, your spinal cord, your root to your crown. Align and breathe into that energy up and down. Let's let the inhale be a rising energy. The exhale be a grounding energy. Reversing that, inhale, think roots. Think downward. And exhale, think upward. Let the arms go up, breathing out, but reaching up. Find that upward energy. Stretch your fingers, reach, and then bring your hands down into your heart. Just tuck your chin lightly towards your chest with your shoulders up your ears. A moment for that listening, inner listening. You can connect with the breath more. Connect with your heart energy. And take a compassionate attitude towards this tender-hearted being that we are. And then lift up your head. And let's practice bee breath today to welcome back the bees. So we get the little wrap around our skull. Sit up tall without the support of your arms. You're going to gently close the little flips of your ears with your thumbs when you hum your exhales 3 times. Make sure your foundation is comfortable. Do it at your own pace. And the vibration is like an om. So you can think om if you like, or just humming. Breathe in deeply. When it's complete, just rest your hands down with your palms facing up. Good. Just sit with the bliss of the vibration. I wanted to make sure that everyone was muted so you can hear me. The vibration calms the nervous system, the vagus nerve. Breathe out. Breathe in. Sit tall. Engage your belly. Take your bow. Your fists, arms stretching away from each other. Look back, twist to the right side. Starting to activate. Let the breath move and match the poses. 3rd breath. Exhale for 4. 1 more breath. See if you can activate your upper body a bit more. Really stretch. Exhale, let go of your hands and arms and come to center. Tummy strong as you take your bow to the other side. 5 breaths. In my experience, pulling back a bow is hard. A little fierce determination. Aim your bow where you'd like to send that energy. Exhale, release, and center. Lean back. Support the backs of your legs as you come back to boat pose. Lift your head, lift your feet. Point your toes. Let yourself enjoy the support so you can really find the benefits of the shape. 1 more breath. And then release down. Cross your ankles. Draw your feet towards your hips. Lean forward, spread your hands, and work your way back to tabletop pose. Have a moment to configure that, to find yourself on your hands and knees. You can have support if you need it under your knees. And ground on the tops of your feet. Ground and spread your hands. Find a neutral spine. Exhale, navel towards the spine. Inhale, round spine. Exhale, extended spine. Keep the low back pretty level. Heart forward. And inhale, round. Exhale, stay round. And inhale, extend. Exhale, neutral. Bird dog pose, right? Like straight back, focusing on this is a great hip strengthening pose as well as the spine. The left arm forward. Face your palm inward with the fingers spreading. Sorry, my arm don't disappear. Reach opposite. Use the rest of your limbs to create this stability. Little squeeze in your glutes. And 1 more breath. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, hand and leg down. Balasana, child's pose. Learn to drop in when you come back into the shape. Just be soft, go back. Breathe into your back body. And one more breath. For now, inhale up to table. Exhale, bird dog, second side. Leg first. You could just do the leg if that's what you'd like today. Opposite arm reaching. For 5. Try to take out any gripping that you can. Spread your hand on the earth. Squeeze your glutes a little bit to create that lift. And one more breath, energy, length. Exhale, hand down, knee down. On Balasana. Come down, take rest. Deep breaths, back rib cage. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale, rise up to cow spine, like your upward dog shape with a determined arm press. Tuck toes, downward dog. If you need to refine something, do. Otherwise, hold steady. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect as long as it's not hurting in any way. With practice, we know how to come right into the shape for our bodies. And then just check in. This is our check-in first one. Here we're trying to firm the muscles as you look back at your legs. See the muscles working, firming around the bones, and pressing back. Even if your knees are bent, that's fine. There's still a sense of pressing the legs back. Inhale, make your way to the top third of your mat. Bend your knees as necessary so you can reach your hands and feet down, grounding, breathe out. Use your legs to stand. Press your feet, bend your knees, push the earth. So your spine can stay long and then reach up. Stretch your in-breath. Exhale, release down your arms by your sides with your shoulders drawn back a little bit so you're spread across your front chest. Every time you go down in life, try to use a squat like I just did to pick up the blanket and move it out of the way. So that lets you strengthen here while you protect your spine. Ready to greet the sun, welcome warmth. Inhale, reach out, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold slowly. Release across the back body, head towards the legs. This wave of inhale, half lift, brings us into some forward energy. Exhale, bend, spread hands, and keep your hips low. Take your right leg and then your left leg back. Palakasana. Press the earth. If your knees need to be down, that's fine. See if you can draw up onto the balls of your feet, pulling forward. And then rest back towards your heels, like down dog. Pull forward again towards your hands. Lift up onto your toes and back towards your heels. One more time. Creating core strength and back. Spread out downward dog. If you must, bring your feet in a little closer, do. If you're okay, just have a spread out dog for 5. We all have our own curious proportions that are just right for us. Loving acceptance. One more breath out. Uplift in the low belly. Keep your hips kind of low as you walk forward. Fold forward, hands and feet on the floor. Press your feet, really determined pressing to come up and breathe into the sky. Breathe out down the center line. Just brush your nose, your sternum, and rest your arms into your body. Take a breath. Gentle length in the back of the neck. Exhale again. Arms wide, reach up and sweep them up towards the sky. Exhale, come slowly forward, fold forward. Again, let the arms come and catch the backs of your legs and let yourself guide into the forward fold. Hands come around to the front, halfway lift, that forward energy. Knees bend, hands spread, left leg back first, try to keep your hips low. Right leg back, Palakasana. Let's do the side one. Regular practice is good. Right knee down, left foot behind. Open up for 5. Really press your hand into the earth, and there's that uplift in the center of the hand that comes up to the shoulders. Long neck. Last breath. Exhale, unwind. Quarter dog, like child's pose, but with the toes tucking, hips back to any degree. Arms slide out way long and the head goes down for 5, 4, 3. Increase our ability to cope with stress of all kinds by learning to calm ourselves in our practice. Last breath in. And inhale to Palakasana on the side, other side, side lunge. Sorry. Okay, side plank. Left knee down, right foot behind. So we line those 3 up in a line. Tummy strong, ground your legs and reach up to the sky. Try not to grip with your hand, just press the heel of the hand. Each exhale, strongly draw your navel in. 3rd breath. Exhale. Quarter dog, release. Toes tuck carefully, hips back. Arms long, head down. So you're looking back between your legs, but let your hands really find that fanning open position. Lift your armpits and your elbows. And feel that spaciousness in the front of your chest, underneath your arms. 1 more deep breath. And bring your elbows down. Stretch one leg back at a time. Forearm position. Pull your elbows towards each other, but don't move them. Calm yourself. 4, just 1 more breath. Feel the whole body strong. And gently release your belly center down and release your legs back. Draw your hands by your chest. So Cobra pose is really driven by legs. So we have the feet together, they're pointing. The legs are like they're zipped up, they're together. Feel the glutes squeezing, and then inhale, lift your chest. For 1, if you wanna move your hands, lift a little higher, that's fine. But focus on that hip work. Just engaging around your sacrum 1 more time. And exhale, release down. Turn your head to the right side and just relax your heels out. Feel your legs release. Inhale, let's go out with the arms in front, hands spreading, arms like downward dog. And re-engage your legs. Just enough so we're not trying to cramp, but just create a little activation. Close your eyes, really feel your shape. 1 more time, deep breath, seal pose. Exhale, come down, heels relax out, head turns left, rest. Soften the leg muscles. Breathing out. 1 more time. Hands gather in by your chest for the hugging in the elbows. Press up, upward dog. Take a moment to get there and hold and breathe 5 times. Tuck your tailbone a little bit. Roll your inner thighs towards the sky. Arms straight, rib cage lifting. One more breath. And then carefully come back. Table is fine, or just right into down dog. Do you need to reset anything? Hold steady. Last breath. Walking forward with your hips low. Fold forward, breathe out. Release your head and neck there. Press the feet, use your legs, stand up, reach up. Relax and spread your feet, and then exhale, come down, heart center. Just gently turning inward, centering, quieting. All that we need is already inside of us. And then release your arms down, taking a high lunge step back. So we'll try that. Step back to the ball of the foot and then kick out to release if you can. Just you know what to expect. Sometimes that's helpful. So we really want to find the center, find some steady eyes, and then take your right leg back like you're going back to warrior A. Try to land on your ball of your foot. Your front knee centers over ankle and towards middle toes. And let's pulse up and down 5 times. So just straighten your legs a little and then bend again the front leg. If you need to pop into warrior A with your back heel for a moment, that can help you. Try to go slowly, just one more time. Concentrate deeply. Lean forward, press your back foot and kick it out. Don't worry if that's too much, it's okay. I saw some kick outs, good. Other side, step back. Yoga can help us feel empowered. Once you've established, then pulse 5 times, straighten the front knee a bit and lower. Concentrate very deeply so you find your balance. Move slowly enough so that you're using muscles. You should feel some strengthening. One more time, a little straightening and lowering. And then the lean forward, straighten, kick, and come down, let be. Let's come to forward fold, taking the hip points and drawing back on them as you fold forward. Work your way into that uplifted in the low belly, forward fold. And then arms, where do they feel good? One variation is to come behind, cross your wrists, and reach for your shins on the other side. Or just hold your elbows. You can do whichever one you like today. Just try to stretch across the back of the body and focus on your hips. Feel that releasing. Third slow breath. And last one. Exhale. Release your hands back to your hip points and legs. Bring you up to stand. Triangle right side. Step out with your feet wide and parallel with your arms reaching. So you stretch your chest gently. Breathe in. Exhale over to triangle pose. Turning out the right foot, angling the left. Take your big toe or your shin. Nice long neck and radiate from your belly center. 5. Really remember how this feels when we practice half moon. This is like a grounded half moon. One more time, just enjoy that reaching energy of the arms. and that side reaching up the spine. Breathe in, come up, wide parallel feet, stretch your arms. Other side, breathe out. So the slow breath for this process of coming into our friend, our familiar friend, the triangle pose. Long neck. Even if you've just done it a few times. One of our foundational poses. Lengthen, strengthen the low back. Connects to the hips. Breathe out once more. Firm in your navel. Use inhale energy to come up. Stretch the arms, feet wide and parallel. And exhale, take your waist with your hands. Long spine, breathe in. Forward fold with wide legs. Go slowly. Once you come to your forward fold, both arms to the right leg. Wrap it up to the right side. Enjoy some blood flow into the brain. Just be aware of not locking your knees. It's fine if you bend your knees, but also don't lock them straight. Fourth breath, just do a little exploring. Fifth breath, feel complete. Thank you. Other side. Head hanging down. Breathe out. And then return to center. When you're ready to inhale, slide your hands back up your legs, thighs up, straight up and down, no back bend. And breathe out, step your feet out into the top third. Let's stop and look at tree pose and to figure four. So if you want wall support, just come to your wall. Furniture, just a little something. You want to make sure you don't fall over. So here we want to make sure we try to keep our hips level and don't sink over into our standing leg hip. So that's what creates some nice stability. Start standing on your right leg. Just practice stepping off your other foot. And it brings you asymmetrical in the hips, but once we come into our tree branch, we can level back out. So just don't press into your knee, but you can come really anywhere on your leg or your toes on the floor. So trying to lift out of your standing leg hip and then open your left leg out 90 degrees, or if it will come that far. Keeping the hands on the hips today. Remembering to try again if you come out. Focus on that leveling action. Breathe out one more time. Transition to figure four slowly. If you must come out and pause and reset, do it here and then come back in. But if you can, try a slow release from tree to that figure four crossover, letting the straight leg bend a little bit or a lot. Eyes concentrating, perhaps a little support so you feel safer. Explore going low. Feel your open foot, open and work the muscles around the hip on that same side. 2 or 3 more breaths. Try to get some good sensation going. And then straighten out, uncross, and land on both feet. Wide as the mat, circle your hips both ways. Just to soothe and release. Let them have some nice ease. Other side, relax your hands from holding your waist and empty your coat sleeves. Not to neglect our upper body today. And turn around if you need to. Other side, tree, standing left leg. Lift out of the standing leg. Reach to the top of your head. Come into your tree branch. Find your pelvis and try to stand in a level way. Let your folded knee go out to the side. Eyes steady, breath steady. We're reaching out of the top of our head to create a long spine, lifted out of the straight leg. 3, 2, and 1. Slow transition to figure 4, or pause and reset if you need to, so that familiar position, that flex in the bent leg, and then bend your other leg a little bit. Careful, lean your torso forward a bit to give that counter. Find a place you can work. Sometimes you'll just need to come in and out of the shape a few times. That's totally good. Three more breaths. Try to catch yourself if you feel like you're coming out. Fourth one. Get a little lower or think about it, and then inhale energy, come up, step it wide, circle hips both ways. And release. Relax your arms into your coat sleeves. Let's step to extended side ankle pose to the right. Bend and step out, stretch your arms. Bend your knee over your ankle, lean and reach. If you want to wrap your arms underneath or anything fancy, do whatever feels good today. Exhale, inhale energy, coming up. Reverse warrior, if you want to do your cow face arms, or just reach back with your top arm. Pay attention to your knees centered over your ankle. Nice and low and open in the hips. 4, let your feet release any grippings. Your hips can stretch. Press straight, release arms, wide parallel reach. Exhale, second side, lean and reach. Extended side ankle pose. Make sure you're not creating tension in your neck. So you have your shoulders drawn down, gentle long neck. 4, is there anything you can soften? Exhale. Inhale helps us come up, straighten your leg out, work your arms into your reach back or catch, or working towards catching, and then bend your knee back out and take 5 breaths. Gently back bending. Let go of any gripping in your feet. Trust the spreading and grounding. Also helps us stay connected to the earth, not get swept away by the weather and the wind. Not get swept away by our emotions as easily. Breathe out last time. Inhale, work your way out of the shape. And step to the front. One more standing balance on one leg, so back to your support if you need for swan pose. So swan, we have a one leg squat where we bend the front knee, the other heel reaches towards the sky. So try it first, holding your center. Press the sole of your foot towards the sky. And come out and just explore that on the second side. Don't do this one too often. So do your preparations and then slowly and carefully lean forward, press up your foot. And come on down. If you need support, use the wall. If you'd like to join me with our palms behind the back, palms press, or knuckles press, or elbows hold. So we have an open chest. As we come into that right leg, bend your knee, lean forward a bit, pick up your left foot towards the sky. So demonstrating how you can come out and come back in. It's hard to talk and do these, especially noticing where we might need to work on our strength a little bit. Sometimes that's good information. Come on down. Just change your legs. Keep your chest nice and open. And try the other side. Maybe it's the easy side. Good. And release. Come on down. Bring your hands out down your back and have a moment to release your hands and wrists. Just let them have a little free flow of releasing. And then center down into your heart. One more. As promised, the half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Block optional piece of furniture, but you need space. So we have our right leg turning out from the hip. And we lift up the back leg with the hips out to the side. Arms reach up and down. So you can kind of step out from triangle pose. Have your block or your hand can go to the floor or a piece of furniture. So I find that holding the center is helpful. Squeeze the glutes to lift the leg. Maybe try the up and down reaching. Concentrate very deeply and don't give up easily. Squeeze your glutes to lift your straight leg in the air. Exhale, come on down and change to the other side. Take your block with you if you're using it. A triangle stance, sense of readiness. Grounded exhale. And then explore, balance and lift. Work your way into that fold down towards the floor if you would like. Eyes find a steady spot. Activate your muscles for stability. Third breath, navel center. Last one. Bend your straight leg to come down carefully. And that's the last one of those. So let's circle one more time. Ground, center, calm. And let's head down to stretch them out. Reach up, breathe in. Forward fold. Bend your knees to take care, to stretch. Take 2 extra breaths here. Cross your back body. And then 2 more. Exhale. Half lift, inhale, a little extension. Take your legs back. Wide feet, downward dog. And then bring your knees down. Cushion if you like for some kneeling time. Anjaneyasana to start with the right leg forward. Low lunge. Empty coat sleeves. Shoulders and neck are released and relaxed. Front knee goes out towards the toes. So we're lengthening the psoas line from the back leg. Little tail tuck. If you want, take your hands to your sacrum and then you can lift back into a back bend with your spine. Downward gaze. Third breath. See if you can gently deepen. Taking one more breath in that curious exploration. And a determined inhale, press your front foot to come out. Hanuman's pose. Draw back your toes. Draw back your low belly and go slowly into forward fold. And then today, adding the reach across to the outside of the foot, lengthening the side body as well as the back of your leg. Notice how the forward folding feels. Take one last breath here. Bend your knee, release your leg back. Second side, Anjani and Hanuman. Take a moment to find your low lunge. Guide your knee towards your toes. Really customize so this is comfortable. Sometimes you need to reset where your back knee is. Lengthen that psoas line. Hands to your sacrum. Gently lift up. Lift your heart and let your eyes go downward for 5, 4, 3, maybe gently deepening, and 1. You've got a lot of weight in that front foot. Inhale, press into your foot to come up. Draw the legs straight-ish or straight and draw your toes back. Fold in slowly. So going from back bend to forward bend, give your spine some time. Add the reach across. And relax as much as you can. Make sure your other hand is just resting open. Grounding your back foot. Last time. Breathe out. Release mindfully. One pose on the belly and then side lying, so blankets are fine either way. Coming out to Shalabhasana, belly pose, lead your fingers together, legs together, lift your shoulders, squeeze your hands and reach them towards your feet. 3. Feel the back muscles strengthen, the hips working, and then come down and soften your shoulders, head to the right, deep breath, heels out, let go. Only turning the head the other way, another deep breath. Then rolling over to your right side, supporting your head with your arm. And find your side balance. There's some gentle core engagement to balance with your legs stacked on your side body. Let's take our top leg and reach for the front of your ankle or the top of your foot. So bending that knee, heel towards the hip to stretch the front of your hip and thigh. Just the right amount. Try to stretch the belly of the muscles in the middle, gentle with the attachments. One more time. And release your leg, other side. A moment to balance. Navel towards the spine, bend your top knee, reach for it from above. Catch your ankle or foot and draw it in towards the hip. Just that one today. Fourth breath. Exhale. Return to center and come to seated. Flow through up dog, down dog as you would like, or just come and sit down. No judging, Come through, sit down. And let's take a fire logs pose. So you can sit up on your blanket if you like. And so what happens, we're trying to stack our shins. And so we'll just take easy pose to start. And then just start to open out your easy pose. So you open up your knee hinge, brighten your feet, and check with coming forward. Just make sure you don't feel strain at your knees, but you feel lots of good sensation around your hips. And come back up if you need to change. If that felt good, stay with that. But if you can, try to stack your shins and go forward very precisely. Your body will tell you. It doesn't have to be a lot. And some people can just go all the way down to the floor. And I've never been like that, and I'm cool with it. We're all where we are. Also, don't hold back. If you're not really feeling much, do go forward a bit more for the last 3 breaths. Only we know our own experience. And let the exhale fall away. Walk up slowly, carefully uncross your legs and change to the other side. So the feet bright, bringing the legs forward. So instead of bringing them way in for easy pose, we're going out. Have a little check-in on this side. Stay just like that. If you want to come up and try the stacking, just be very careful of your knees. There's no straining on the knees. Forward fold. Slow, slow. 5 slow, slow breaths. Doubly. Not holding back. You've got a little more room to go forward for the last 2. That was really more like 8. I do try to be truthful. Satya. Truthfulness. Come on out carefully. And release. Let's go to our backs and do some windshield wipers. Lie back. Have a moment. And then turn out your toes, both feet, arms by your sides. Go over to the right side with both knees towards the floor. Find a range of motion and go the other way, both knees towards the floor. Go side to side a few times. One more each way. Internal and external rotation at the hip. And come into center and draw your knees in. Of course, bridge pose is a really great hip strengthener, but I think we've done enough of that for today. We need to carry on with the soothing section. So circle your sacrum on the earth a few times by circling your knees. Go the other way. Draw your knees in. Squeeze them in towards your chest, separated from each other. Take the backs of your knees. Happy baby pose, relax. Stay for a minute here, so make sure you're comfortable. Have an easy position for your arms. Your feet can be lower towards your hips or up higher towards your shoulders. Just letting this be our little inversion for today. Feel your feet get a little colder as the blood heads to your heart. But not all of it. The blood returns from the heart, strengthening that blood flow. Be still. And exhale, slowly bring your feet back down to the earth. And taking a crossover with your legs, the right crossing over the left. And then taking both knees over to the left side for lying down twist with the crossover. So this can be a lot of internal rotation for that top hip. So listen to your body as you come over. And if you prefer to uncross, you may do that. So take care of yourself. I'm going to have my own custom version where I uncross and put my toes on the ground to take care of that hip. And then turn your head the other way. And just try to make it as comfortable for your body as you can, and use my block even. Something that helps stretch out your top hip. Also your spine, your rib cage. Anything relax that's holding that doesn't need to. Two or three more. You can try inhale more, and then you get a nice big exhale. Last time. With mindfulness, slowly return to the back of your body with your knees bent, and pause. Soften, ground. Other side. Crossover optional. Just getting the knees over to the other side in a way that feels nice, gives you some release across your top hip. Feel your spine rotate all the way to your head and rest open. Begin softening yourself towards your resting pose. At some point, let your throat release and swallow. Let's check in, taking about 2 more breaths. See if you want to gently bring your knee closer to the floor or anything. Or just breathe really deeply into your body, where someone would be able to tell that you are breathing deeply just by looking at your body. Expand and contract. And a slow return to center with your whole spine. Feet flat, pause. Pick up 1 foot at a time. And reach through the middle to catch your ankles and weave your fingers around your toes or hold your ankles. Baddha Konasana on our backs. Release your knees out to the sides, releasing the inner hips. Careful not to let your chin get way higher than your forehead, so try to keep your neck long in the back. Reach to the top back of your skull. Just the right amount. Grounding in the sacrum. Twice more. And the last one. And carefully release. Your low back is nice and long already from that shape. So Just try not to disturb that as you stretch out your legs for Shavasana. Make sure that the low back feels like it has enough space. Centering your head and spine. Rest your hands on the front of your pelvis so you're just touching your hips and asking them to release all their efforts, all the muscles that are around those bones. Soft, open. And then let your arms and hands just find their way to a relaxed position. It's a totally softened place with the shoulders resting down. Brain resting in the back of the skull. Space between the ears softening. So you can enjoy the bliss of the energy of your body, your true nature. Awareness of our bodies. Awareness of our gentle breathing, natural again. And be completely still except for your breath. Are you doing any gripping anywhere? Are your glutes doing any gripping in the back of your hips? Check in. Just make sure they're not. Let them rest. Let your jaw relax. Touch your thumb and your index finger together, just fairly lightly. Feel their energy. Moving on to the next finger, giving each a pause. Just feel that different quality of each one. Do it again. Return to the index finger. Touch, 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 and touch. Lift up your arms and hands and stretch your hands out. Reach your fingers wide. Curl in your hands and wrists. Bring those together in front of your chest. Just try to help curl and flex your hands, pressing them together. Release to the palms. Rub your hands together, creating some warmth and some vibration. And then bring those to cup over your eye sockets, coming into that darkness. Gently pressing around the eye sockets. Let your breath begin to stretch. One more breath out. And interlace your fingers, press to the sky. Breathe in more, reach up overhead, reach through your feet and legs. And as you exhale, release towards your center, rocking up or coming to the side. Yogi's choice, tuck back into your easy seat. Just letting that relaxed feeling linger with you for a moment or two. Just take an easy pose. I find for meditation that just a little bit of leaning forward and a little bit of softness helps my back stay happy. One more breath is 8. Meditation can be a simple thing. Fingers to the forehead center, sweep out towards your ears, down your jawline to your heart, hands together, breathe in. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. Namaste. If your hips feel a lot of sensation from that practice, you could treat yourself to a little ice pack time. If you tend to have any stiffness in your hips. And if you have any questions, let me know. There's more where that came from.